It's time now for the Troup Tigers Coaches Corner on WELR Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live to Johnny's New York Style Pizza in LaGrange to give you the inside scoop on Troup Tigers football.
Hey, and welcome to Troup High School Coaches Show here. I'm at Johnny's Pizza here on the Parkway. I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with head coach Tanner Glisson. And we're going to be reviewing last Friday night's far and away, and that's driving away far, victory over Ridgeland Panthers. But, man, you know, you and I talking about, how are you, Coach? He said, I'm tired. I am, too. I mean, it's just, when you drive a long way like that, it takes a few more days to get settled in. And like you said, this afternoon was hot as blazes.
Man, it was about as far north as you could go, unless we, went over towards South Carolina, Augusta area. But it was a lot better after a win. If you have to make that road trip after a loss, it seems like it's a lot longer.
But, I don't think we of course, we went to Heritage last year in that same region and played them in the first round.
Right.
And their heritage of they had them in the AJC is listed Heritage Ringo. I always thought them as Heritage Catoosa County, but anyway, it's about 10 miles south of Ridgeland. And then we passed Lakeview, Fort Oglethorpe. All those guys, Dalton, Lakeview, Fort Oglethorpe, Heritage, they all used to be in the same region.
Right.
But I don't think there's a more northern Georgia high school other than Dade County. Do they even have a team? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they do.
But they're just way up in the corner.
Right.
I don't know that we can get any further north than we did that night. And what a great facility. I don't know how they treated you guys, but they treated us up in the booth really nice and very accommodating, other than putting you out in the school and kind of a little bit further away from the stadium you'd want to be.
Yeah, it was good. The playing surface was good, the artificial turf and all, or the field turf. And you talk about us playing Heritage last year when we looked at this possible matchup with us and Ridgeland. Ridgeland won that region last year. They went 11-1, and so we knew we were in for a battle. And it was a good, way to kick the season off, to go up on those charter buses, to stop and have a pregame meal, treat it almost like a playoff type situation. And so that maybe it'll be something we can look back on later in the year and say, hey, we've been there, done that.
I tend to agree with you. Hey, well, starting out, you guys kind of surprised folks that, from our vantage point, from the fans' vantage points, and what we were displaying on the radio, is we kind of took us a little while. What I would say is to kind of get into sync and get rolling, and as obvious, the first possession, here you go calling a fake punt. We're thinking, okay, here we go, rolling the dice.
I like to do that kind of stuff, and but Ridgeland had the luxury of playing a good football game against Calhoun, and we were kind of stepping into this thing, having played a scrimmage, but it's not like playing a real game. And so typically in those early games, special teams or sometimes a determinant factor. And we just had some trouble during the week of handling some pressure that on our punting unit. And Ridgeland did a great job of rushing the kicks against Calhoun. And so I said, hey, listen, if we get an opportunity, the first time we have to punt, we're going to fake it. I don't care where we are, we're going to fake it. At least slow them down if we don't get it. And we did that. And the defense bailed me out. And so the rest is history. But, we didn't execute it the way we did in practice, but it kind of served its purpose down the road a little bit.
Well, with that, and then again, what a tremendous, really goal line stance, because on the first play, I think they picked up 7 or 8 yards inside the 10, and so this first and goal from maybe the 7, and you guys just held them out, and that's really a great way defensively to set the tone of the football game. Defensive wise, it seemed that they were in sync to start with. They just seemed to really mesh, and they was flying after the football, a lot of gang tackling throughout the whole football game. I don't know really if I've really seen anything that might have just, from my vantage point, that was just an obvious, he missed his assignment or he's about to make a mistake. I know you guys have probably went back and said, hey, I found some things, but from on a live standpoint, defense looked good the other night.
Well, there was a couple busts here and there, but, anytime you hold a team to only 98 yards rushing and only 18 yards passing, that's a pretty good night. And but there were a few busts here and there. That first play of the game that you're talking about, we didn't get in the run fit good, and they busted that thing, inside the 5 there, and we had to bow our backs a little bit. But all in all, one of the better performances of our defense. Going back to the scrimmage game versus Northside in this game, that's 8 quarters of football that we haven't given up a point.
That's right.
And so that's really good, and hopefully we can continue some of that.
Right. Defensively-wise, I know we had a safety on us at Ridgeland. I mean, at
right.
Northside.
But defense is not giving up
absolutely.
anything. Right.
Well, it started out with, they limited, like you said, to 98 yards rushing on 23 attempts, and only, we looked at the quarterback, big kid quarterback up there, and you guys just kind of shut him down. He only passed the ball 5 times, only 18 yards. So, anyway, talking, defense, big game Friday night. Hey, we're going to go take a short break. We're going to come right back. You guys come on out to Johnny's Pizza, where soon enough, starting, I believe, tomorrow, they're going to have buffet, $7.99 pizza, includes your drink for lunch, 7 days a week. So if you like to get pizza, come on out to Johnny's Pizza here on the Parkway. I'm Greg Hicks along with head coach Tanner Glisson. We'll be right back.
Holmes Pharmacy is dedicated to helping you and your family stay healthy. Great service, a fantastic selection, and low-priced generics whenever possible. We do it all for you. That's why people say they love Holmes Pharmacy, the best place to help you keep your family healthy. Holmes Pharmacy, now with 3 locations in Hamilton, LaGrange, and now in Sawmill inside the Piggly Wiggly grocery store.
Come on, take the deal and run. Come on, take the deal and run.
Hey everyone, this is Richard Cates, the General Manager with Nissan of LaGrange, and it's that time again. It is back to school time. I wanted to personally wish each and every student a very happy school year. I also want to thank all of the instructors and faculty for their incredible work that they do in shaping the minds of our future generations. What you do on a daily basis deserves incredible recognition. On behalf of Nissan of LaGrange, have a great school year.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see taillights? Or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires? Or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High School Coaches Show here. I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with head coach Tanner Glisson. We're live here at Johnny's Pizza. You guys come on out. We've got a couple of tables open for you, just waiting on you. Come on out and get you some pizza tonight. We're getting back to last Friday night's game. Again, we talked about how long of a trip it is. But like you said, it kind of prepares you, down the road when you're making those long trips, because we know we've got to go back to Cartersville at the end of the year.
Right.
And we certainly hope we're in a position, as we have been the last couple of years, to have a significant impact.
Sure.
And at least last year, we went in with the chance to win the region.
Right.
So we're hoping to
both years.
That, you know what, I'm thinking back the first year when we were up there. It wasn't too pretty, but
sure.
but you're right. Last 2 years we've gone in with an opportunity to come out with a region victory. So maybe third time's a charm. But that's a long way. It's a long season.
Right.
And but anyway, that trip's over with. Offensively, I told the ESPN guys, a local radio station up there, that one of the things that if you took away from the game. That I know you heard about the wideouts that we've got in the quarterback and the dual threat that Kobe can be, but I think that if once you saw him when he and Trey Mitchell and finally Thrash, and they all hooked up right, and then that play where I think it was the third quarter, late in the third quarter, where it wasn't there, and he made a split decision to run it. He really just split 2 defenders, and they just, wow, we never thought he could do that. But when he turned that extra gear on, he's coming to the sidelines, kind of where I was over on the sidelines, and somebody hit him, and he had to tightrope to get in the end zone, and that's just pure athleticism.
Oh,
so
yeah, there's no doubt about that.
And it's just nice to be able to turn when the opportunity is not there to throw the football.
Sure.
That he can see the good field and make the decision to run the football.
Well, and somebody asked me, he said, what was your observation of the quarterback position and all? And, just looking right here, Kobe was 13 of 25 for 191 and also had 81 yards rushing and a touchdown that you spoke of. But the big deal is 0 turnovers.
That's true.
That's the big deal. We had 2 takeaways on defense where we had Alonzo Ogletree had 2 interceptions. Mm-hmm. And so we were +2 for us in the turnover margin. And anytime you have that, that's the big deal. And so I'm very, very pleased about where we are. I think offensively, we know we have a good offense. Our guys, obviously have a little swagger about them offensively. And I think they were pressing a little bit early. They were trying to come out. Defense was kind of doing their thing, and they were like, well, we don't want to be the only ones in this party, or not invited to this party.
Right.
And so those guys were kind of pressing a little bit. But once they settled in and got a little rhythm about them, they were good to go.
Yeah, it's nice to see a team hitting on all cylinders. And it seems like even, and I even made the comment, Coach, that if there was a weak spot in your 3 phases, it might be the kicking game because, it's kind of hard to replace a Carson Rayford. But then I go back and look, Martinez is you use the strengths of your team and you say,
Sure.
You know what, we're going to pooch kick it down inside the 20, between 20 and 25. And you guys have such good coverage in that corner that they started the game at first and 10 from the 22.
Yeah,
not a bad kickoff.
That's right. And he doesn't have quite the leg that Rayford has. Mm-hmm. And so if he kicks that thing really good and he gets down around the 2 or 3 yard line, sometimes you can out-kick your coverage.
That's right.
So you got to be careful about doing that. But he was perfect for PATs, and then he hit, a 29-yard field goal from the right hash. And so in his first ever really real football game, and so we're excited about what he brings to the table.
So as I was going to say, so as the game progressed, I said, it may be the weakest, but it's not as bad as I thought it might have been.
Well, we work extremely hard on special teams every single day. We put as much stock into special teams as we do offense and defense. And so those guys work their tails off. And we're really proud about what all those coaches, Coach Kendall and Coach Brumbelow and a lot of those guys, Coach Thomason, they do a really, really great job getting us prepared on special teams.
Okay. Hey, we're going to take another short break here. You're listening to Troup High Football Coaches Show here live from Johnny's Pizza. We'll be right back.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way. By teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales at 706-884-5592. Mud Creek Team Sales for all your sporting good needs.
Hi, football fans. Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. We love this time of year with all the excitement of football, and we also love that Glenn Smith can play a part in supporting high school sports. We support the team, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, and of course the families and the fans. At Glenn Smith, we're proud to be your local Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer with over 500 new and used vehicles every day. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. That's Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Troup High Coaches Show. We're live at Johnny's Pizza. All right, that last table's about to be taken away. Y'all better come on out here and get it while the getting's good. There you go. See, and we thank Jack Mormon. He's already fed half his table out there, right? Did you pay for it, right? Oh, y'all be ashamed. Oh, always a good time. This is our second show out here on a Monday night, and we're looking forward to this entire year. I was just talking to Scott Lester, and he's excited. Scott's the manager out here that's over the entire operation at Johnny's Pizza, and he says, we've got the buffet. They already got the buffet tables out for tomorrow. They're going to hit it hard, and I was out here for lunch today. Didn't quite have it ready today, but, man, had a great Johnny's Italian special, 12-inch pizza, and Alan and I shared some wings. And, they got some great wings. If you've never had their wings, you ought to try them. I told him, I said, man, I don't know if I've ever come out here and had bad food. It's always really good food. Good service. You guys, if you're looking for a place to have some New York-style pizza, and that's not full of tomato sauce, so you might have to ask for a little extra. That's just the way the New Yorkers do it. But, man, it's some good pizza, good club sandwiches, some of the best club sandwiches you've had around. But getting back to Troup football, Coach, we again, it took the offense a little bit of time to get rolling. But once they did, you had I noticed that Tyree Carlisle got a few touches last Friday night. I didn't really see him on defense a lot, but he and Trey Williams has a chance to get out there and really 1-2 punch and both kids. I don't care where you are on the field, they're going to give you 98% on every play. They're going to give you everything they've got.
No doubt about that. And then you also can work in Mark Anthony Dixon into that a little bit. And so with those three guys, I mean, you're really blessed at the running back position. Carlisle has really put on some weight. He's over 200 pounds now.
Oh, wow.
And so then you have who runs really, really hard with a good stiff arm. Then you have Trey Williams, who has a great jump cut and makes some moves in the hole and can bounce things and has great vision. And you got the speedster Mark Anthony Dixon, who was third in the 100 meters in Quad A this past season. So those guys, between the three of them, they're pretty good. And we have a young freshman, Corey Clark, who's going to really be good. He's a load now. He's hard to tackle even for those varsity guys right now. So the future looks bright in that area as well. But those J.C. Copeland coaches those guys, and obviously he played at LSU, played running back, and spent some time in the league. And so he knows how to coach those guys, and he does a tremendous job getting them prepared.
Well, it was obvious when you got it rolling, and that somebody was talking to me at work today. They said, it used to be, if you've got a dual threat quarterback, and he asked me, he said, now Kobe's not the kind that's just going to pick it up and start running the ball first and then throw it. I said, no, that's not the way it works.
All those wide receivers probably get mad at him. He starts doing that.
That's kind of what I said. I said, first of all, he's got too many opportunities to do something with it before he really needs to run. And I said, trust me, if he started ball hogging, he'd probably have the –
There's too many weapons offensively for him to do that and keep everybody happy. They'll be in his grill a little bit. But he's done a great job. That was kind of a little bit – I didn't talk too much about it, but it was a little bit of my fear too, that his natural instinct was going to be just tuck it and run it. And I'm telling you this, I'll put him up against anybody in the state of Georgia. Paul Brewer does a tremendous job coaching our quarterbacks.
He does.
I mean, he just does a great job. When I saw his development over the years with Montez Crow and what I've seen him do with Kobe Hudson just in a short amount of time, how raw he was at the quarterback position, I'll put him up against anybody. I mean, he does a tremendous job, and I couldn't be more happy with the job that he does.
And he's only a junior, and you can see
That's right.
He's got all year to mature at that. I guess that run option, the read option.
And he's bigger now, too. Kobe's 6'2", 205. And actually, I'll take that back. He told me today 203. And so,
so he
but he's
lost
over.
weight Friday
That's
night.
right. So he's over 200 pounds. But he also power cleans 320 pounds. So
wow.
he's a physical specimen. But people. I don't know if they really know this or not, but Kobe's a straight A kid. He is a very intelligent person, and so he's got all the makeup, to play that position.
Good. Well, I know the Tiger fans are certainly excited. That's one of the major things they've been asking about is, hey, how's the quarterback position? Is Kobe going to be a good quarterback? Well, only time will tell, but right now, so far, he's doing the task, and he's having the task at hand. Let's go to Columbus Thursday night. Talk about the Columbus. We got first home game of the year, and for you fans that came to the scrimmage game, we were on the visitor side. As the home team, we were just trying to try something new. Most of it's because of the sun, the time of the sun. You got about 30 to 45 minutes of sun going down right in your eyes. the fans. Of course, the trade-off was to put it in the players' eyes when you think about that. So you've made the decision to go back, and really it was just a test at the scrimmage game. And I think probably even with the difficulty of the sun and what have you, most people they feel at home on the home side. So
yeah, they're just things that you don't think about, and I wanted to give it a trial run. Number one being the sun and that heat and having to look out there at the defense or the offense and not being able to really see good with the sun dead in your eyes. But then you start thinking about the chains being on that side of the field. You start thinking about the camera view that you're going to get. So opposing teams is going to see our sideline and our signals and certain things. So,
interesting.
There are certain things that until you really have a trial run, you may not think about. And so we did that against Northside, and I think we'll just go back to the home side. And also, too, I talked with Johnny Hurd and the band and how they, performing and as far as them filming their performance and being able to go back and correct some things on that. And you know what? It's not all about football. It's a mutual thing with us and the band and cheerleaders and everybody. And if it was a real stickler for Johnny Hurd and those guys, we're going to do everything we can to try to make that, right on our end. And so we're going to go back on that home side, and we're excited. Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Columbus is 1-0. We're 1-0, and so we're tickled to death to be back in LaGrange, Georgia.
I tell you what, good home game. Right, so Thursday night, we're going to come back after this short break and wrap it up. But you guys, while you're listening, jot it down. Thursday night, 7 o'clock. We'll be right back after this short break.
It is the bottom line event at Nissan of LaGrange. Richard Cates, General Manager with Nissan of LaGrange here. We have $4,000 off all in-stock 2018 Rogues, $5,000 off all in-stock 2018 Altimas. How about $10,000 off all in-stock 2018 Titans? Don't forget that the Titan comes with a 5-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Come see me at Nissan of LaGrange on the Parkway, or you can visit us where we are always open at nissanoflagrange.com.
At Holmes Pharmacy, we're in business for your health. So whether you need a prescription or durable medical equipment, at Holmes Pharmacy, we're at your service. Holmes Pharmacy, with quality and service and lower prices too. Good health to you from Holmes Pharmacy. Now with 3 locations in Hamilton, LaGrange, and now in Sawmill inside the Big League Wiggly grocery store.
Come on, take the deal and run. Come on, take the deal and run.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Troup Tigers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
5 minutes. All right, welcome back to Johnny's Pizza. We are having an awesome time out here. We got the food ordered, and look, I can't. As soon as we finished, we got some pizza for me, right? Okay, cool. As long as we can do that, we're good to go. So, Coach, you talked about Columbus coming in Thursday night. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff now. You guys remember 7 o'clock. Anytime you've got a weeknight game, we'll normally speed up the kickoff by 30 minutes. But we're going to be at Callaway Stadium Thursday night. Again, the Tiger fans be on the original home side. You'll know it when you get there. I said this last year. There was a time when you could just automatically check that as a W when you play Columbus. And no disrespect to Columbus. I mean, I'm sure their baseball team appreciates playing some guys and winning all those state championships, but it was really, Columbus has never really been a football school. But here of late, the last 3, 4, 5 years, they've taken a new attitude down there, and they're challenging folks. I think they went to the playoffs last year.
They did.
They
went to the playoffs. They're bringing back, I think, 25 seniors, so they're a very senior-heavy team.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Spencer 42-7, I believe. last week, or they were actually had a bye, so the week before. And Spencer's usually pretty competitive in that region with Callaway and Heard County and those guys. And so I fully expect Columbus to be a playoff team out of that region with Northside and Cairo and those teams. And so they're 1-0. They are very well coached, and they are a very, very solid football team. So especially coming off of what we did at Ridgeland and having to travel back so late and having a little bit of a hangover for a day or two. That's right. Yeah. And now turn around having to play a short, on a short week Thursday night game. We better be prepared because they had a week off. They were able to play one game, and then they were able to game plan for us. And so we better be prepared. But I think they're a good football team.
It seemed like you did that a couple of years ago. I forget who the opponent was, but they had a short week. We came back. We had a week off to get prepared, and it shows. It shows. So, and I know that as long as everybody knows it and is aware of it, then they'll go in with a good approach to it. And even the players, as I used to tell my son in wrestling, you never underestimate your opponent. I don't care what he looks like. You better get out there and take care of business. Well, and I know that's what you guys will be doing.
Well, I like where our football team is right now. Just their mindset, how we flew around today with it being hot. They're excited about football, and it's a veteran group that we have. Those guys have been around the block; they know the deal, and so I would be shocked if they didn't come out Friday night ready to play.
Well, I no doubt they will. Again, this is Columbus's second game. You talk about Spencer. We had Spencer in a scrimmage game a couple of years ago, and I'm up in the stands thinking, that's not the same Spencer I've seen. And I hypothesize this, only my theory, but I believe they probably took some of the second and third stringers from Carver and said, hey, you guys want to play? Come on down here because you're not really playing up there.
Right. Well, I think that was about the time Dale McGee left Carver. And so I think, people started, kind of spreading out a little bit and going to different places. But no, they had a really, really good football team. And watching on film, they had some really good-looking athletes this year as well. And Columbus is solid. They are a really good football team led by their quarterback, Donovan Carter. There's really, really good players. A transfer kid that left Harris County at some point and went down to Columbus. And the running back, he's a good player too, the Peterson kid, number 8. Okay. And so that's a dual threat right there, quarterback, running back, that we got to be careful with.
Well, it's definitely not something you can overlook. Now, looking kind of past, not past, we got to take care of Columbus, but as far as the normal fans are concerned, because we don't have to play the game. We just enjoy sitting back and watching. We got to go down to Harris County next week on a Friday night, and then we come back to finish up our non-region schedule and against Callaway. Tell me, I forget, are we home against Callaway?
Yeah, we're the home team, so we'll be back on the side with the press box. But that little 4-game stretch right there is a very difficult stretch for a number of reasons. Just with all the travel and the short week and the caliber of competition, that's a really tough little stretch.
Well, it's going to be exciting to see what happens over the next 3 weeks before we get into region play. Hey, remember, Thursday night right here, Callaway Stadium, 7 o'clock, your Troup Tigers against the Columbus Blue Devils. Well, we will see you Thursday night at the stadium, and we will see you again next week right here live at Johnny's Pizza at 8 o'clock next Monday night. With that, I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with head coach Tanner Glisson. Go Tigers.